we gonna do the part 4. I wanted to tell my divorce story, but one I got like 2 more points and then I'm done. One thing I wanted to say though, I think I was talking about dudes that get killed over females. Now check this out. The issue with King Von and NBA Youngboy, this is how it started. NBA Youngboy was already in the game, right? He already made a name for himself. King Von was coming up. He was an up and coming rapper, but he had a whole lot of street credibility and bodies and beat the murder charge and all that, right? So he's official, right? Or he felt official. So somewhere along the lines, he was trying to do a song with NBA Youngboy, or it could have been Lil Durk. It could have been King Von or Lil Durk. One of them wanted to work with NBA Youngboy, but they say that NBA Youngboy, he don't work with everybody. He don't be trying to do a song with any and everybody. He kind of selective about who he work with. So they beef really started. I don't know if it was Durk or Von, but they like that. So one of them wanted to do a song with NBA Youngboy, and he didn't want to do a song with him. So that's all it takes to make a person feel funny. He one of them Hollywood dude. He supposed to be a street dude. So they feel like if you a street dude and I'm another street dude trying to come up and you don't want to give me a feature, well, you ain't no real street dude then. He Hollywood. He don't really mess with the streets like that. Like, dudes might feel a type of way if you try to do a song with dude and you got the money and dude still don't want to mess with you. Like, you might feel a type of way, like he think he better than everybody, or he Hollywood, he fake, he ain't really street like that, he not really like that. That's how that stuff start. That's how the beef start. But then this is what pushed it over the edge, because NBA Youngboy got a baby mama, what's her name, Janiyah or something like that. And then King Von, he may or may not have had sex with her, you know what I mean? But he was making some insinuations like he had sex with his baby mama, like she gave him head, like he had a video, like it was in his phone. Like he made some insinuations, you know what I mean, that he had some sexual things going on with NBA Youngboy baby mama. So that's what pushed the beef over the edge. You know what I'm saying? That's why they had the friction between NBA Youngboy and Quando Rondo. They like that. And then Durk and Von, you know what I mean? So that's really what got the beef hot. So then when King Von knew that Quando Rondo was out there, he like, oh, he on their side. So, well, shoot, I'm finna get that dude. And then pow, pow, Deuce was already ready. You know what I mean? So that's how that situation went down. But a big part of that situation was a female. But really, Deuce was mad because of rejection. People feel rejection will make you mad, especially when you feel like it's somebody that should embrace you. It's somebody that should accept you. You know what I'm saying? And that person like, nah, I'm not messing with you. Like, that'll make you feel a type of way. And that's what started the bad vibes right there. So then dudes were saying NBA Youngboy he not really street like that. And then you mess with a dude baby mama, or even if you not messing with her, but you make it seem like, and then that can take it over the edge right there. So when I see you, it's going to be something. You know what I mean? But Von was the aggressor. You know what I mean? But it was different things that played into that beef. But when it came to that moment, though, Von was the aggressor. But Quando Rondo, homeboy, was already on top of the situation. And he just popped out, bink, bink, bink. It was a wrap. But another thing, man, with I would think about Tupac and Faith Evans. Tupac told his side of the story, but Faith Evans said it wasn't true. She said that they did a song and she didn't even get paid for it. I believe Faith Evans part of the story. But Faith Evans was she a street chick. So just know that. But I think Pac was just, I don't think Pac was really no lying dude that'll lie on his penis and say he smashed the broad if he really didn't smash her. But at the same time, it's the art of war though. If you can make a dude think you done smashed his broad, that's the art of war. That's a war strategy just to get in your enemy head. And Big was really mad with Faith Evans about that. And her and Pac got that picture, and Faith Evans was faded. She was blowed. She was twisted. She was lit. And so they had that picture together too. So it's enough evidence to make it look like it really did happen. And it might have happened. I'm just giving my opinion. I don't think Pac smashed her though. But he could have, but I don't think he did. I think it was I think he was lying, but I think it was a war strategy just to get in Big head. And Big was mad at her about it. You know what I mean? So just war strategies, And the last thing I want to talk about is people taking credit, man. Somebody who gives all the glory and the honor to God. Sometimes people will try to act like they made you, or they'll try to make it seem like they made you, or like you can't make it without them. But like, I know me personally, anything good that happened in my life, God did it. Now, God does use people, you know what I mean? But it's all God. Any success I have, can't no person take credit for it. So it don't matter if a person goes or if a person comes or if a person goes. Like sometimes people think like you gonna fall off without them. But it's like, God was blessing me before you came. So now that you're gone, the blessing ain't gonna stop. My life is not gonna fall apart because a certain person left my life, because you're not the foundation of my life anyway. Can't nobody take credit for no level of success in my life. And anybody that's serving God, can't nobody take credit for the success in your life. Sometimes people think because they was with you for a certain amount of time, they feel like they the ones made you. And they feel like now that they out of the picture, like your life gonna fall apart because they gone. But that's not true. You know what I'm saying? If your faith is in God and God is the one that blessed you, then it don't matter who come and who go. You know what I'm saying? Your life ain't got to fall apart because a certain person left or anything like that. If God is the one who built you up, God is the one that's holding you up. You know what I mean? So your life ain't finna fall apart just because a certain person left your life, regardless of what they think. You know what I mean? God don't want nobody taking credit for the blessing, for the success on your life. But you got to make sure that you give God the glory. Yeah, you got to make sure that you know that it was God, and you got to make sure you give God the glory. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to read Genesis. I really got to pee, but I'm trying to end the video before I go. Genesis chapter 14, verse 20 through 24, man. God is the one that blessed Abraham, right? So check this out. And blessed be the Most High God, which have delivered thine enemies into thy hand. Now, this is Melchizedek, the one that he paid the tithes to, the 10% to. This is the priest, Melchizedek, which is really like I forgot what it's called, like a theophany. It's really like a foreshadowing of Jesus Christ, though. But it says, and blessed be the Most High God, which have delivered thine enemies into thy hand. And he gave him tithes of all. Abraham gave Melchizedek 10% of everything. And the king of Sodom said unto Abram, give me the people. He done rescued some people. People were taken captive, and Abraham rescued all the captives. So he's saying, give me the people and take the goods to thyself. All the spoil, all the loot, all the treasure that you done got from this victory. He's saying, just give me the people. You can keep all that. You can keep all the treasure and the spoil and the cattle or whatever you got. You can keep it. And Abram said to the king of Sodom, I have lifted up mine hand unto the Lord, the Most High God, the possessor of heaven and earth, that I will not take from a thread even to a shoe latchet, from a thread to a shoelace. I ain't taking nothing. I will not take from a thread even to a shoe latchet, and that I will not take anything that is thine, anything that is yours, lest thou shouldest say, I have made Abram rich. I'm not taking nothing from you, because when it's all said and done, you might try to take credit for the blessing that's on my life. I don't want nothing from you. You might try to say that you the one bless me, or I'm rich because of you. Nah. A lot of times that's why the prophets, that they might have done a miracle for somebody, for a king or somebody who was rich, and they call on God, and God give that person a miracle, and they want to try to bless the prophet and give the prophet this and that. Specifically the story of Naaman, 2 Kings chapter 5. Then they want to bless the prophet because the prophet God did a miracle for a person on behalf of the prophet. Now the people want to bless the prophet, but a lot of times the prophets would refuse whatever kind of reward the people would try to give them. And this is why. He says, lest thou shouldest say, I have made Abram rich. They see the blessing, they see the wealth, they see the success, and they want to try to take credit for it. God not interested in that. You know what I mean? I ain't saying you can't take stuff from people, you know what I mean? But if you know that a person's spirit or their heart is not right, or you know they the type of person that they'll try to turn around and take credit for your blessing or your success, just let them keep what they got. If they not going to give it cheerfully, if they not going to give it with the right motives, you don't need what they got. It's just like some of these women who need a man to do something for them, or a man might need a woman to do something for him. But if a person ain't going to do it with the right spirit and the right heart, just keep your favor. I don't need your favor. I don't need your help. If a person ain't going to do it with the right spirit, you don't want a person helping you that's going to turn around and, you know what I mean, and try to say, now you owe me this, or now you owe me that, or now you got to do this or do that. I did this for you. Now you got to, somebody who they going to give under compulsion, or you're going to be obligated to do something for them or something like that. If you don't want to. If you agree to whatever the deal is, then that's on you. But, if somebody going to try to do something for you, if they going to do it free, then let them do it free. But if it's going to come with obligations, then you need to know what the obligations are. And if you ain't with it, then don't take what they trying to do for you. You know what I mean? Don't take what they trying to give you. Don't receive what they trying to do for you. Okay, anyway, verse 24, save only that the young men, the food that they ate, and the portion of the men that went with me, Aner, Eshcol, and Mamre, let them take their portion, but I don't want nothing, because I don't want you. I know I'm blessed anyway. I don't want to take nothing from you, and you try to take credit for the blessing that's on my life. I ain't with all that. But, man, that's all I wanted to say, though, man. Lust and love, and the different kind of women that's out there, and there's different kind of men out there too. That's just not what I'm studying. It's different kind of men out there too. It'll take a woman to preach on men, and I ain't gonna be mad about it. You know what I mean? But I'm dealing with what I'm going through and what God dealing with me about and what I need to know for my life. I ain't worried about the men. I ain't into that. You know what I'm saying? But I let a woman teach that based on her experience and how God dealing with her about men. She can teach that. But yeah, this is what God showed me though, man. You got women that's financially stable. Then you got prostitutes. And then you got like a middle ground. You got women that's like halfway prostitutes. They dealing with men, but they dealing with men sexually and romantically, but they looking for men that can finance their life and help them out. You know what I mean? So think about that when you dealing with these chicks. Find out what kind of chick you dealing with. And if you gonna marry one, try to marry the one that's most compatible with your mentality. Cause my mentality, I'm not really trying to do for a woman. I'm not trying to, I don't want to have to financially support a woman. So I have to find me a woman that's financially stable and self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to some real relationship, marriage type stuff, I don't want a woman that I'm going to have to financially support. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I don't want that kind of woman, I'm used to fulfilling my lust, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, but yeah, you got to know what kind of woman fits you if you want something serious. And then when it comes to lust, a woman might just want to fulfill your lust just for the fun of it, or just to fulfill her lust. Or a woman might be willing to fulfill your lust because you're going to be financially taking care of her. Or it could be like a one-time thing, like with a prostitute. Like, it's just different situations and scenarios, man. But I never thought about it like that until God showed it to me in prayer. And that's why some of these women is frustrated with these men, because a woman is looking for a man to finance her life. And the man that she with ain't into that. So she can't be faithful because she got to have a man to finance her life. So she going to be messing with other dudes. You know what I mean? So a dude can't do nothing but either let the broad do what she do or try to turn pimp on her. Try to pimp on her. But she that kind of woman is a renegade anyway. Oh yeah. Like, pimps don't like them kind of women. Cause first off, they doing what they do on their own. They not submitted to no pimping. And they don't follow the rules and the guidelines of the game because they renegades. And they don't want to be a straight up prostitute. They want to try to keep their dignity and do the GFE thing and try to partner up with dudes on some relationship stuff, but they really need the dude to finance their life, which is really prostitution, is just more like the GFE. And a lot of pimps don't like that kind of stuff, and them the ones that really don't play by the rules. Them the ones get pregnant, don't know who the baby daddy is. You letting this dude, you having unprotected sex with this dude, but then you got like 3 dudes that's basically like boyfriends, but you messing with all 3 of them dudes to get money. And then you having unprotected sex with all 3 of them, not following the rules. Like a prostitute that's submitted to some pimping, if he a good pimp, he gonna have her wearing condoms with all the customers. If anybody has sex with her unprotected, it's gonna be the pimp. So if she pop up pregnant, she knows she pregnant by the pimp 9 times out of 10. You know what I mean? And you'd be surprised, women be in the game and ain't never had an STD. You know what I'm saying? Might have got burnt one time, gonorrhea. You know what I mean? And that's all the STD she had. Like, I'm telling you, like, if you play the game safe, but I'm not saying that stuff is 100%, but, it can definitely help. It can definitely help. The only thing 100% is not having sex, you know what I'm saying? But it definitely helps. But the ones who be on that GFE stuff by themselves, trying to mess with different dudes and get what she can get out of this dude and have sort of a relationship, have a situationship with this dude, have a situationship with this other dude, trying to get money out of both of them, but you having unprotected sex with both of them, then you catch a STD, all 3 of y'all is burnt. You get pregnant, you don't know who the dad is, either this one or this one or this one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Them be the ones they be kind of sloppy with it because they don't have no structure, no organization, no guidance. They not submitted to no pimping, but they still playing the game. But yeah, a lot of pimps don't like them kind of women, man. But anyway, everybody can't be a pimp. Everybody's not a pimp. It's just things to learn, man. All knowledge is powerful, whether it's spiritual knowledge will benefit you in eternity. Earthly knowledge will only benefit you in this life, but it's still good to have earthly knowledge as well as spiritual. You know what I mean? But shout out, man, to all the dudes, all the stand up women, all the stand up dudes. And don't be putting your hands on these women, man. If you really got to put your hands on a woman, that's really not the one. And ladies, if a man putting his hand on you, I mean, you know, I mean, I know women be doing stuff. Women ain't innocent like people always think. But nah, that woman probably didn't deserve all that though. You know what I mean? Like women can really get out of pocket, but she don't really deserve to have nobody putting their hands on her. And if y'all can't get along, just leave that brawl. Let that brawl go. If that man can't keep his hands off of you, then you need to get away from him. You know, but some women like that stuff, man. Some women can be so messed up where a woman don't think a man love her. She don't think the man is emotionally involved until she can really get him rattled to where he put his hands on her. Then she be like, okay, he's really emotionally invested in this relationship. Like some women crazy, but nah, man, if a man putting his hands on you, it shouldn't be all that. You're not a child to where a man got to put his hands on you and spank you like a child. Nah. You know, don't let that man put his hands on you like that, man. Don't put your hands on that woman. If you got to, that's the wrong one. You know, maybe one time I see if the woman just talking too much and the dude just hit her with the grooming hand. You know, it shouldn't be no more than that, and it should only be one time. Like, if I was a female and I knew I was out of pocket and a man put their hands on me, like, we still finna separate for a minute. But if I did get a dude another chance and it happened again, like, it's over. Like, nah. Because a woman ain't no match for a man. I know there's some women out there that can throw them things, but at the end of the day, a woman ain't no match for no man, man. And I don't even want to be in a relationship with a woman that could beat me up. Not saying that she would ever need to beat me up, or not saying that I'm gonna beat her up, but that'd be weird. Be in a relationship with a chick that you know can whoop you. Like, if it were to come down to it, that's weird. But anyway, man, I'm playing, man. But yeah, that domestic violence, man, it don't take all that. If you can't work it out without violence, that's probably not the one. And you know, my advice to women is, you know, I would tell my daughter this, all that old school cliche stuff, stay in school and all that, man, that's real. That's real. You know, you want your daughters, man, financially stable. So you can want a man, but you ain't gonna need no man. So if you with a man and he get to acting up, you good on your own. You still gonna be taken care of. You still gonna have your bills paid and your needs met. I would tell my daughter that stay in school, get your education, always be in a position where you want a man, where you might want a man, if you want a man, but you'll never need a man, but you might want a man, but you ain't gonna never need a man. That's what I would tell my daughter. You know what I mean? For real. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm finna close it out, man. I'm talking about love and lust and a whole bunch of other stuff, man. But we signing off, man. I just want to drop all that in there, you know, tell a few stories. Another thing God gave me, you know, everybody can't story tell. I ain't talking about in music, writing songs and telling stories. A lot of people can't do that. But I'm just talking about telling stories. Like, everybody can't tell stories. Like, but if you're a preacher, I think that's a part of your gift. Like, Jesus told stories. Jesus told parables to express a point. Like, I believe I got the gift of storytelling, and I know I've heard other people that got the gift of storytelling, but I also think it's a gift though, because everybody can't tell stories. Like, when I tell stories, I see it in my mind. I can see it in my mind when I'm telling the story. That's what helped me to tell stories, because I can replay it in my mind. But I've heard some people tell stories and it's like the subject of the story was like it's going to be super interesting. But a dude was telling the story and it's like it just wasn't coming together. Like it's just not coming together. Like I'm following dude. I'm listening to dude, but the story just ain't coming together. So then that's when I knew like storytelling is kind of like a gift. Like you have to have the gift to be able to story tell and paint them pictures and people follow along. And when you're a good storyteller, it's just like watching a movie. When you're a good storyteller, it's like watching a movie. But that's part of the ministry. That's part of the preaching, to be able to paint pictures, tell stories, and either make a point or express a point, make a point, or like confirm a point. Cause I'll be like, I might give you a point and then I tell a story behind it just to prove the point. You know what I mean? Something like that. But man, that's it. You know what I'm saying? We signing off. Love, lust, you know what I mean? But sometimes lust can lead to love. And the person that fulfills your lust may not be the one that you really need to be in love with. Facts. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Thank God, you know what I mean, for where I've been through, where I'm at, where I'm going. And thank God for everybody, man. Live, you learn, you know what I mean, and talk to God, because He gonna give you all the wisdom that can be got from your experience. You know what I mean? Jesus.